Egypt, 1923. The golden dunes of the Giza Desert blazed crimson as the sun set. Professor Jonathan Carter, a British archaeologist, stood before the Great Pyramid, his heart pounding with excitement. After years of research, he believed he had finally uncovered clues to a secret chamber never before explored. His team consisted of Dr. Evelyn Shaw, an expert in ancient languages, engineer Richard Donovan, in charge of geological equipment, Ahmed Hassan, a local guide well-versed in Egyptian legends. They began drilling a narrow tunnel on the pyramid's left flank, where radar scans had detected an anomalous void. "We're about to make history," Jonathan whispered. The unusual discovery. After 3 days of excavation, they uncovered a strange stone wall, unlike the pyramid's usual architecture. Etched upon it were intricate geometric symbols, resembling some cosmic cipher. Evelyn carefully translated, "He who wakes the sleeper shall face the wrath of the gods." Richard used a drill to break through the thin layer of rock. A chilling gust of wind rushed out, making the entire team shudder. Behind it lay a dark corridor, descending deep into the earth. Ahmed shook his head. "This is no place for the living." The black box from the stars. At the end of the passage was a circular chamber, its walls carved with unfamiliar constellations. At its center stood a lustrous black box made of a metallic substance unlike gold or silver. When Jonathan touched it, the box opened on its own, emitting a faint blue glow. Inside was a star map, with one planet prominently marked. Evelyn gasped. "This isn't Egyptian. It's some form of cosmic mathematics." Suddenly, Ahmed cried out, "We must leave now. This is the domain of Osiris, the god of the dead." The curse awakens. That night at their Cairo hotel, Richard vanished without a trace. His door was locked from the inside, yet there were no signs of forced entry. On his bed, a message was scrawled in blood, "You have awakened us." Jonathan called the police, but no one believed in curses. 2 days later, Evelyn began hearing voices, muttering a strange phrase over and over. "Septepi, Septepi." Ahmed explained, "That means the first time in Egyptian myth, when the gods still walk the earth." The grandfather's secret. Jonathan returned to his London home, where he discovered his grandfather's journal, written by an explorer who had visited Egypt in 1887. One passage stood out. "The pyramid is not a tomb, it is a gateway. When the moon swallows the sun, what sleeps shall rise." At that moment, the phone rang. Evelyn's panicked voice crackled through. "Jonathan, I know the truth now. We have to." A scream. The line went dead. The final descent, Jonathan returned to Egypt alone. He found Evelyn in a trance-like state, her eyes blank, whispering in an unknown tongue. She pressed a triangular stone into his hands, one engraved with the image of a tall being, elongated skull, and black eyes. "They are waiting," she whispered, before throwing herself into the Nile. The eclipse and the truth. A total solar eclipse was due in 48 hours. Jonathan entered the pyramid one last time. Inside the hidden chamber, the black box vibrated, emitting a mechanical hum. The rear wall slid open, revealing a massive crystalline machine with interlocking gears. A voice echoed from nowhere. "You have fulfilled your purpose. The gate is ready." Jonathan realized the pyramid was an ancient alien relay station built to await planetary alignment. As the eclipse began, a violet beam shot down, and 3 tall, gray figures materialized. They stared at Jonathan, implanting a message in his mind. "We planted the seed here millennia ago. Now it is time to reap." The aftermath. Jonathan awoke outside the pyramid, his memories fragmented. Evelyn, Richard, and Ahmed were alive, but none recalled the secret chamber. Only one piece of evidence remained, a note in his pocket, written in blood. "History will repeat itself. Jonathan Carter awoke in his Cairo hotel room, his back drenched in cold sweat. The clock read 3:33 a.m., the witching hour in many cultures. A shadow stood at the foot of his bed, faceless, noseless, with only 2 bottomless black eyes staring into his soul. You have opened the door that should never be opened. The voice echoed inside his skull. Jonathan jolted upright, but the shadow had vanished. On the wall, 3 deep claw marks glistened as if freshly carved. The Sufi's warning. The next morning, Jonathan sought out an aged Sufi mystic in Cairo's old quarter. The old man, Sheikh Amun, was rumored to commune with spirits. When Jonathan described his dream, the sheikh grew solemn. You have awakened Apep, the serpent of destruction in Egyptian myth. It is chaos incarnate, forever seeking to devour the sun. He handed Jonathan an ancient scroll, its text declaring, when mortal flesh touches the gate of Zep-Tepi, the souls of the slumbering shall rise. Only the eye of Horus can seal them away. The temple of Horus Sheikh Amun revealed that the eye of Horus, a symbol of protection and rebirth, was hidden in the temple of Edfu, sacred to the god Horus. Jonathan and Ahmed set out. Along the way, Ahmed confessed, my ancestors were priests here. They said the pyramid was built by the creators from Sirius, but a rebel faction was imprisoned within. As they reached the temple, a freak sandstorm erupted, as if the desert itself sought to stop them. The awakening of Apep. In the temple's crypt, Jonathan found the eye of Horus, a glowing emerald carved into an eye shape. Suddenly, the statue of Horus trembled. A voice boomed, I gave you life, yet you roused the darkness. If Apep wakes, the sun will never rise again. Ahmed dragged Jonathan toward the exit, but the sand itself became hands, grasping their ankles. Jonathan raised the eye. A blue beam erupted, incinerating the sand hands. Yet from below, a colossal serpentine shadow emerged, Apep, eyes burning red. Sheikh Amun appeared, brandishing an ankh-engraved staff, and shouted, Jonathan, seal it with the eye. This is our only chance. The final sacrifice. Apep lunged, its maw a bottomless abyss. Jonathan hurled the eye into its forehead. A blast of light tore through the chamber. Apep shrieked, its form dissolving into dust. But Sheikh Amun collapsed, blood trickling from his lips. His dying whisper, the curse is not broken. You must close the gate of Zep-Tepi. Only the blood of House Carter can. The bloodline's duty. Jonathan returned to the pyramid with an ancient dagger. His grandfather's writings revealed the truth. The Carters were descended from Imhotep, the pyramid's architect, a hybrid of Sirius and man. He slit his palm, letting his blood drip onto the crystal machine. An explosion rocked the chamber as the gate began collapsing. From the shadows, 3 gray figures emerged, but this time they nodded. You have proven your courage. The gate shall sleep until mankind is ready. The aftermath, Jonathan escaped as the pyramid sealed itself. Evelyn and Richard awoke with no memory of the horrors. Yet each night Jonathan heard whispers in the wind. Zep-Tepi shall return. And on his hand, the scar shaped like the eye of Horus sometimes. Bled. London, 1924. Jonathan sat in the secret archives of the Freemasons, studying a 5,000-year-old parchment found beneath the Sphinx. Its alien script revealed, we came from Sirius B, bearing great knowledge. But rebels worshipped Apep, using the pyramid's energy to open a hellgate. Evelyn, now recovered, translated further. The pharaohs were no ordinary kings. They were alien souls inhabiting human bodies, guiding Egypt. The inverted pyramid. Guided by the scroll, Jonathan discovered an upside-down pyramid buried beneath the sands of Hamunaptra, twice the size of Giza. Inside, hundreds of blue-skinned mummies sat around a glowing pool. Evelyn gasped, these aren't Egyptians. They have elongated skulls, 6-fingered hands, just like depictions of Osiris. One mummy's eyes snapped open, flooding Jonathan's mind with visions. A disc-shaped craft crashing in the Sahara 12,000 years ago. The survivors interbreeding with primitives, creating the first pharaoh. The cosmic machine. At the pyramid's heart stood a geometric machine, humming like a choir. Touching it, Jonathan saw Sirius B, an ocean world with crystal cities. A civil war between followers of Ra, light, and Apep, darkness. The Ra faction fleeing to Earth, building pyramids as soul energy transmitters. Ahmed trembled. The pyramid isn't a tomb. It's a machine to convert souls into cosmic energy. The Sirius DNA. A blood test confirmed 2% of Jonathan's DNA was non-human. Sheikh Amun, partially revived by the eye, explained, "Your bloodline carries the genes of the creators. That's why you could activate Zep Tepi." That night, Jonathan dreamed of standing on the moon, observing a massive pyramid in the dark side. A voice declared, "This is the final control point. When Giza, the moon, and Mars align, the gate will open forever." The cult of Snake Eyes. The team was ambushed by Snake Eyes, a cult worshipping Apep. They summoned Anubis warriors, mummified soldiers. In the battle, Richard was poisoned, his skin turning to stone. Evelyn used the eye to burn an Anubis, but was gravely wounded. Jonathan activated the Sirius machine, unleashing a shockwave that annihilated the cult. The last choice, Sheikh Amun, revealed the final solution. You must purge the Sirius DNA from your blood. Only then will the gate close permanently. During the next eclipse, Jonathan stood atop Giza, drinking an alien-suppressing serum. As he died, he witnessed golden pharaoh spirits rising from the pyramid, a Sirius ship absorbing 12,000 years of stored energy. A final message. Mankind is free. We will return when you evolve. Present day, 2023. A young archaeologist found Jonathan's journal in the British Museum's vaults. It contained NASA's cover-up of the lunar pyramid, the extinction of the Carter bloodline, a blood-written warning, they return in 2045 when Sirius aligns with Earth. As he read, the eye-shaped scar on his hand began to bleed. Hawaii, June 21st, 2023. Young archaeologist Daniel Carter, a distant descendant of Jonathan, jolted awake as the eye-shaped scar on his hand suddenly bled. On his computer screen, a magnified NASA satellite image of the moon's dark side revealed a perfect pyramidal structure, 5 times larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, emitting an eerie violet glow. My God, they weren't lying. Daniel gasped, flipping to the final pages of Jonathan's journal. When the 3 pyramids, Giza, Moon, Mars, align, the Zep Tepi gate will open. But in 2045, Sirius will align with Earth for the first time in 12,000 years. That night, Daniel was attacked by black-robed figures with embroidered serpent eyes on their chests. Barely escaping, he sought out Dr. Lena Al-Farsi, NASA's top anomalous phenomena expert. You're not the first to discover this. Lena pointed to a classified Apollo 18 photo from 1973. But all data was erased after the mission. Her next revelation was more terrifying. Last week, the ISS detected another pyramid on Mars transmitting signals toward the moon. In a secret Swiss lab, Daniel and Lena deciphered the star map from Jonathan's black box. It displayed 3 pyramids forming an energy triangle, Sirius B pulsing red. Ancient text, when the triangle perfects, the true masters shall return. Ahmed Hassan Punafar, great-great-grandson of the original guide, arrived with a family scroll. My ancestors said the pyramids were prisons, built to contain something or someone. Daniel began experiencing strange sleepwalking episodes. Security footage caught him drawing Sirius symbols 333 times on walls, eyes rolled back white. At CERN's quantum lab, they discovered an anomalous neutrino stream from the moon to Giza, 1,000 times stronger than normal. Director Vladimir Petrov gasped, God help us. We're being brain scanned by something beyond our universe. Snake Eyes cultists stormed CERN. A dying Vladimir gave Daniel a USB containing Project Lucifer files. NASA's 1978 plan to nuke the moon pyramid, aborted because we received a warning from the other side. Lena realized, it's not a structure, it's a living entity. When threatened, it counter-threatened. Daniel's scar split open, revealing a glowing emerald iris. Ahmed decoded the hieroglyphs now appearing on Daniel's skin. Find the son of the sun in the Valley of Kings. Only he can stop Zep Tepi. In Hidden Tomb Cave 65, they found a unique mummy, a 5-year-old with an elongated skull, clutching a tiny crystal pyramid. Upon touching it, The group was pulled into the mummy's memories. The destruction of Atlantis 12,000 years ago. 3,000 serious souls trapped in the pyramids. The child's final words, "Father, forgive them." January 1st, 2045, Sirius Earth alignment. At Giza, the pyramid ignited, opening a 4D portal. Inside, Daniel's team discovered Jonathan Carter preserved in temporal stasis. The Sirius machine draining energy from 7 billion humans. Daniel's bleeding scar transmitted a message to Jonathan. Use Carter blood to seal the gate. Sacrifice to save humanity. Smiling, Jonathan plunged a dagger into his heart. His blood triggered a quantum explosion, sealing the gate forever. Epilogue. Dawn of a New Era. By 2046. The Moon-Mars pyramids vanished without trace. Missing persons from past centuries reappeared. Daniel led the Horus organization, guarding cosmic secrets. Yet on quiet nights his scar still whispers, "You delayed, not prevented."